You search for how to combine filters and paths in Zapier. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing from a blank dashboard to a fully published automation. I'm already signed in, so let's go straight to creating a new Zap. Click the Create button in the top left, then choose Zaps. The Zap editor opens with an empty trigger step waiting. Click that trigger step. The app picker appears, so type Airtable and select it. For the trigger event, choose New Record and hit Continue. Now connect your Airtable account. I've already got mine linked, so I'll pick it and click Continue. You'll then select the base and the table that holds your request. I've got a base called Operations and inside it a table named Request. That table has fields like Request Title, Status, Priority, and Submitted By. Hit Continue. We're at a preview, so now click Test Trigger. Give it a moment to pull sample records. When they load, you need to pick a sample that actually has both a status and a priority filled in. If either one is blank, the filter and paths won't know what to do later. I'm grabbing a record where status is approved and priority is high. That's exactly the kind of record we want to route. Click Continue with selected record. Now we add the filter. This is the step that stops unapproved records from wasting tasks. Click the little plus icon right below the trigger. A search bar pops up. Type Filter and choose Filter by Zapier. The condition builder opens. For the first field, pick the status field from your Airtable step. The rule is exactly matches. For the value, type approved and type it exactly as it appears in your Airtable. Uppercase, no extra spaces, nothing cute. I've seen more Zaps break on a stray capital letter than anything else. Click Continue. This filter now sits between the trigger and everything else, so only approved records will ever touch the paths. With the filter in place, click the plus icon underneath it. Search for Paths by Zapier and select it. By default, you get 2 paths, Path A and Path B. We need 3, so I'm going to click the Add Path button to create a third. Before setting conditions, I'm renaming them so I don't lose track later. First path, click the name, type High Priority. Second path, Medium Priority. Third, Low Priority. You'll thank yourself when you check your Zap history 6 months from now. Now set the conditions. Inside the high priority block, click the condition field, choose the priority field from Airtable. The rule is exactly matches and the value is high. No contains, no starts with, exact match keeps these paths from overlapping. Overlapping conditions are a silent killer because one record can match multiple paths and Zapier picks the first one, which might not be what you intended. Medium priority gets priority exactly matches medium. Low priority gets exactly matches low. Click Continue. The path step is ready. Inside each path will drop an action. Start with high priority, click the plus icon inside that path, search for Slack, select it, and choose the event Send Channel Message. Connect your Slack account. Once connected, pick the channel. I'm using a channel called #urgent-request. Now compose the message. I'll type something like New Urgent Request : then click the plus button to insert the request title field from Airtable. I'll add a dash and also insert Submitted By so the team knows who filed it. Map everything, then click Continue. Now hop into the medium priority path and do the same but use the channel #team-requests. You can actually copy the action from the high priority path using the 3-dot menu to save time, then just swap the channel and tweak the message copy. I'm going to do that right now. Low priority gets the same treatment, pointed at #general-requests. That's all 3 set up. Time to test. I always test the filter first. Click the Test Filter button. It should show the approved record passed. Good. Then inside the path step, you can test each path individually. Since our sample is high priority, when I click the test button for the high priority path, Zapier runs it and shows the Slack message preview. I'll skip actually sending a test message to the channel, but you can send one if you want to see it land. For the medium and low paths, you'll need sample records with those priorities. I usually jump over to Airtable, add a quick test record with status approved and priority medium, then run the test for that path. It's the only way to be sure every branch fires correctly. If a test fails, most of the time it's because a field is missing from that test record, or the Slack channel name is slightly off. Those two tripped me up more than once. All tests pass, so now name the Zap. I'll call it Approved Request Router, then click Publish. It's live. But I'm not done because I always run one final check with real data. Go to Airtable and add a handful of new records. 1 approved high, 1 approved medium, 1 approved low, and crucially, 1 with status rejected. Wait for Zapier to process them, usually a couple of minutes. Open Slack and check that the 3 approved messages landed in the correct channels. The rejected record should not trigger any Slack message at all. That confirms the filter did its job. Before you close this, a couple of things you'll probably run into next. If you need more than Slack messages, each path is independent. You could put an email action in high priority and a Trello card in medium priority, whatever fits. If you add more priority levels later, just duplicate an existing path and adjust the condition, but double check that the new condition doesn't overlap with another path. Monitoring your task usage is simple. The filter itself is free, so any record that gets blocked before the paths won't count toward your action task limit. And when something goes sideways weeks from now, go to your Zap, open Zap history, and expand the run. It'll show exactly which record hit the filter, whether it passed, and which path it took. That log is the fastest way to debug. If this walkthrough helped, hit like, subscribe for more real-world Zapier setups, and leave a comment saying it was helpful. Comments are what push these videos out to other people looking for the same thing.